spent in a miserable way.
U.S. News Opinion: The Polar Vortex and the Climate. The New York Times. When a warming planet gets very cold. Opinion columnist. This article is part of David Leonhardt's newsletter. He came to receive Cold Enough for You. The temperature fell below -20 degrees Fahrenheit in much of the Midwest yesterday, colder than Siberia, Mount Everest Space Camp and parts of Antarctica have been this week. Predictably enough, I have argued before for using weather patterns, and I continue to think it's the right thing to do. Nothing else but how should we think about extreme cold? The most obvious and important answer is that the Earth is a dynamic place, and a warming planet is still going to be very cold at times, just as a sick person feels healthy some days. That's not the only answer, though. The federal government's climate change is complicated, and many of its effects remain uncertain. It is warming the
Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.